So this is an interesting video topic. The trade-offs of a sitting versus standing performer. I'm Dan for Evolving Magic. Let's roll that intro. So before you even begin, for the comments section, please be respectful of everyone's opinions. Everyone has a different experience and idea on their performing situation, how they perform. So let's be nice in the comments section. So with that out of the way, there are many trade-offs to each one and the context of performing. And it also depends on your style and what you ultimately like to do. For those much older performers, I notice, it's hard on their knees or their legs to be able to stand and do a lot of performances unless they're doing stage, which can be, they can switch in and out and all that stuff. So I notice a lot of older performers sitting, and it makes it more comfortable for them, and it creates a context for that, and I totally get it. I see it a lot at Magic Castle when I used to go there, or former performer there. And then the advantages of table work are that, assuming, maybe you have a mat or different things, you're able to use more table-style techniques or like shuffles, different kind of cuts, and work to different things or have a set perspective. And this is table magic, but then sitting, you also have like a different dynamic you can perform in, and a set of angles you want to work towards, and techniques are viable. You also have a free servant available, lapping, if you need to cop out cards, just lap, gambling techniques, and the list goes on and on and on. To the advantages of a standing performer, one of the main advantages is you need no table necessarily, unless you can still be standing and doing performances and having the table. The one unique advantage to standing and doing table, assuming it's appropriate in the context you're performing in, is that you have much less issue with having to worry about angles. You're much more free, or have a better set of angles, and the only real angle that is bad in standing is literally someone directly behind you from a corner seeing that side. You have to be like right here to be viewing usually any flashes if you're doing any near flash proof magic, or from directly underneath the individual, which is for shorter kids who are just curious and they don't fully understand the effect, or they go outside in dynamics just to be curious. So outside of that, pretty much you have a wider range of angles and performance conditions, and you can be able to be mobile and moving around, where there's a trade-off of just being in one set area. And then for a full standing performer with no table or things, it has its trade-offs. With let's say no table at all, you have to be able to work within the dynamic of different effects and things that do not require tables. Hence, peaking effects are very ideal to that manner. Classic forcing, using different areas to be able to take advantage of the situation. Maybe using people's hands. You say, can you leave your hands like this? Hands as a impromptu table. We use our pockets more often for going in and out of producing as a production effect. The street as a possible way, like for Chicago Surprise, you drop the card under someone's foot and they lay it on top. So where it would be more appropriate to do it there than it would be to do it on table, where it would just be right here. But because of the situation where you put it under someone's shoe, it's more memorable, and it's seemingly more impossible for the spectator. And something you'll hear. Seriously, just try Chicago Surprise, do it standing, and do the whole effect. Card under shoe. Just put the double underneath their shoe. You guys get it. And at the end, when they're recalling the effect, hey, can you do that card trick where it changes under your shoe? Like, that's how they remember it. It's kind of crazy. So I know there are many more advantages that I'm missing out on. And I say this because I'm mostly a standing tables, or rather just standing performer without a table performer. But I'm also curious about everyone's opinions on the trade-offs and everything therein, what they like or how often they perform for each. Because again, there's trade-offs for each, and it's just being mindful and utilizing to the best of capabilities so you can create some wonderful effects for your audience. And adapting your techniques where you may have be shuffling normally in the air for standing, or just when you're doing standing effects, you might as well utilize the table. Imagine you're doing all standing effects without even utilizing the table once. It would almost seem illogical. You would want to have bonus techniques. Well, this is where practice and expanding knowledge comes in. So you could be able to adapt to any situation where using the table and doing shuffles like this may seem in context more appropriate for audiences. But just my opinion. So, what are your thoughts on that? I'm always curious to hear about it in the comment section. And if you haven't checked out this video yet, definitely check them out. And I'll see you in the next one.